Hi crafty pals, Louise with you, sharing a new sketch. I really think you're going to like this one. It's really cute. It came with the idea to use up lots of squares of patterned paper. So let's go ahead and I'm going to challenge myself with these sketches. I want to share a few more multi-photo layouts. I am a bit of a sort of a one photo scrapper. It is my preferred way to create my layouts. I love to have that sort of space where I can add to backgrounds and add mixed media and add embellishments. So this is about sharing some inspiration with the crafty community and making sure that you're inspired to use up your stash, but also have some fun along the way. So I've got this paper pad, which was a gift from my scrappy pal Steph, who owns and operates Kitaholic Kits. If you haven't checked them out, please pop over. They have a YouTube where videos are shared. There is a Facebook group, lots of ways to get information from the design team. So this paper pad was actually one that she gifted to me, and I am going to use that for this creation. So by using a paper pad, I have the benefit of not having to choose coordinating papers because I know that these are all designed to work together. So this kind of takes a little bit of the thought out of, trying to pick a color, whether it be, if you want to do all greens with your smaller pieces, if you want to do rainbow and coordinate from your scraps. I recommend you do you. So for this instance, I am going to just use a paper pad so that I can have already pre-coordinated pieces. All right, so off camera, I've cut them all the same size, and I've used the heart as my inspiration for my sizing. And you can see that I'm using this already background piece. So this is a way that I can create without having the pressure of already placing it on the page. And so I am going to cut a piece of 9x12, just a plain old piece of A4 paper into halves, and I'm going to use that overlapped in my background to actually create this sort of quilted background look. So you can see I'm just going to lay some pieces down. I'm going to use my little distress tool just to roughen up those edges a little bit, so it takes a little bit of that sort of cleanliness but gives it a bit of texture as well. And I'm going to turn off the camera and just crop that out, come back to everything stuck down. So I think this is super cute. I really love how this turned out. It was not necessarily tedious, but it was it did take a little bit of work to distress and then cut and then lay out all of those patterned papers, but I do like the way it looks. Some of them do get wasted because they end up being cut off, but as you can see, I always cross out the area where I know I'm going to have my photos so that I'm not wasting elements behind that space. All right, now I'm using tacky glue in most places because I need to ensure that everything is stuck and going to stay stuck. Some of my albums in the Queensland humidity, I've pulled them out and there's a few bits that have come loose. I do have a little trouble with my black pen. I want to have a little border running down this so that it separates the outer elements, so the white space from that background that I've created. And yes, in the Queensland humidity, we tend to have a bit of trouble with things not keeping their stick. So lately I've just been using tacky glue for everything because I know that it's going to stick and it's very unlikely to lose its stick over time. All right, this looks great. I love it. I had trouble choosing some photos. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to use, but I also have these golf stickers that I had purchased. My family is pretty mad about golf. I even took it up myself about 18 months ago. So golf creations, if I find stickers, I'm going to keep those and use them on some golf layouts. But I do really like how this has got this pretty background, but it's also quite sort of florally, which I think works in well with the nature kind of photos. And I'm putting a few stickers around, a little title, just some pops of gold and a little few bits and pieces here and there. Didn't need to be anything too dramatic with the amount of colour and pattern and texture I've got going on in that background. So it's really about it pretty simple with the elements, adding a few little bits and pieces, some stickers, telling the story, and getting this layout together. So I'm just going to trim those little extra bits. I did think about keeping these because they are kind of cute, but I'm trying to de-stash, so they had to go. I of course encourage you to make sure that you add journaling in some form or another. It is super important to know who's in a photo and at least a year that it was occurring. So definitely encourage you to add your journaling. I like to use handwriting, but if you prefer computer, by all means do what's best for your layouts. That's the thing. There is no right or wrong. It's really just about what you prefer. So that's my sketch share. I hope that you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and if you're creating with this sketch, please do tag me and let me see.